فاصبر صبرا جميلا.
Would you be able to describe your daily routine while you were seeking knowledge before Medina and Yemen? Jazakallah khairan. Well, before I went to Medina and Yemen, I was in high school. So obviously a big part of my daily routine was going to school. I was working in a barbershop at the time, and a few other things as well on the side, things that I was doing, as a young teenager. My daily routine of studying, well, obviously my main classes were at night in the masjid al-Jamia, and also Masjid al-Salam with Sheikh Sadiq. So before those classes, or when I was in school, I was reading and studying. And to be honest, or not to make myself look like I don't want to look like a bad example to nobody, like you shouldn't take school seriously, but just being real, I was reading Arabic stuff in the middle of algebra class. I was uninterested. I wanted to study. I wanted to go overseas. I wanted to learn. So my routine, I'm not trying to praise myself. The person asked the question, so I'm just answering the question. That's all that mattered to me. That was my life. That was my dream. Nothing else was important. And anything else that I did was on the side, here and there. And that was one of the main reasons why I finished high school, because of Medina University. Because you couldn't go to the university unless you had a high school diploma. Other than that, all I wanted to do was just study Quran and Arabic. So the moral of the story is what? It's not about me or praising me, because I'm not to be praised. The moral of the story is, if you want to study, you want to benefit, you have to be obsessed with that thing. And if you look at the great people and what they achieved in this dunya, they only achieved it because they were obsessed. Eat, sleep, this sport. Eat, sleep, politics. Whatever it was. There is no top guy except that he had that, or she had that same mindset. You speak to this tennis champion, you speak to this person, they all going to tell you the same thing. You got to sacrifice. You got to be in love with it. You got to be obsessed with it. And most importantly, you got to be willing to give up everything to get it. And that is how you, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, successfully study knowledge of Islam. If you just want to half-step it, if you want to do it when it's fun, when it's convenient, when it's cool, because of this one and that one, then don't waste your time. And Allah surely knows best. And the more you devote yourself, the more you give, the more knowledge will give you. And knowledge is very stingy, and knowledge is very jealous. That's a fact. Ilm, if it was put into a human being or a person, it will be a woman. A very gorgeous, beautiful woman that's extremely jealous and stingy. And she's extremely selective of who she gives her love to. Only the strongest, most devoted, most obsessed man gets her love. The more you give, the little bit, obviously the game of love, right? You don't give your lover everything. You string them along. You play a little hard to get, right? You make them want and beg you more. You understand? There's a fiqh to it. It's a science of being a lover, right? Don Juan, right? It's a fiqh to it. You never ever give the person that loves you or claims to love you everything. But you always keep them coming back for what? For more. And you just say, oh really? That's knowledge. So the more you give yourself to ilm, the more knowledge will slowly give pieces and parts of itself what? To you. And knowledge is jealous. She doesn't want no other woman around. So you got to think about that, right? If she's that beautiful, you believe that she's that beautiful, you need to do what's necessary to what? To bag her, let alone keep her. That's a different level. Bagging her was easy. Keeping her is what? Different story now. How you going to keep that knowledge? You went overseas to Egypt. You graduated from Medina, but now 5 years later, 10 years later, what you doing with it? Life, stress, dunya, this and that. So you got to have that passion. That's the moral of the story. And Allah knows best.